when I was in Louisiana in the French market, there was a very nice lady. She had a setup of cards, playing cards, and she had this Hoodoo tarot set there, which I've had. I didn't buy it there. I've been having it, but no sabía like when I was gonna pop it out. And Louisiana, like down there in the south, like is todo lo de Hoodoo. Like down there, when we were down there, there was a lot of like shops, a lot of history regarding Hoodoo and root workers, and si Dios quiere en otra oportunidad pueda ir a aprender un poquito más. I did go into like una tienda and I kind of got, but there's many of them. Botanicals and like shops and La Historia. It's very rich in the south. But I have the deck and I wanted to read a little bit about, I think it's very important because history, okay? And de pronto yo no sea in regards de from the south, or gente que se no el color, no soy el color. King, I was like, oh, you should be practicing, or because I don't. But looking into a Hoodoo tarot deck. But la historia acá es muy importante, ¿ok? Porque yo ya sé que no, no, I'm not dark enough for some, but I'm dark enough for many. So, I don't know. I just know because of experience. But I want to read a little bit of Hoodoo is a culture and inheritance with a distinct lineage in North America. It is the product of people who face terrorism and unimaginable suffering on a daily basis, yet refuse to relinquish all of their power and identity. Think about what the heck is going on right now. Okay? ¿Cómo nos quieren quitar la representación? Si no hay nadie que nos represente, ¿qué pasa con la identidad de uno? ¿Qué pasa con la cultura de uno? ¿Qué pasa con la voz de uno? Okay? Hoodoo, in addition to being a body of botanical and esoteric knowledge, is also a rebellion against absolute mental and spiritual domination by Europeans. Mental, okay, and spiritual domination by the Europeans. Y eso es lo que están tratando de hacer ahorita. Exhaust us. Have us in fear. It's a mental, the mental part of it is, I don't want to say it, but it's diabolical. Okay? And the spiritual behind it, man. Oh, man. Los que saben, saben. Alright, ¿qué dice acá? No one knows exactly when what we know today Hoodoo began, but it probably started not so far long after the indigenous Americans, Africans, and Europeans came into daily contact with one another during the colonial era. All the three groups had a significant indentured servant and enslaved populations who worked, socialized, and intermarried with one another on a regular basis. The majority of the approximately 388,000 African people who were shipped to North America, including Canada, between the 17th and 19th centuries, came from a variety of ethnic groups. There were Malagasy, Congo, Igbo, Morse, Akan, Mende, Hausa, and Ful, among many others. There were hundreds of indigenous tribes in the southeast alone prior to colonization, the smaller of whom later joined or were absorbed into larger confederacies such as the Creek or the Cherokee. Unbeknown to many, there were other nationalities and ethnic groups who were enslaved and indentured or voluntarily migrated to North America during the colonial era as well. They were dark-skinned coolies from India and China, Pacific Islanders, Rome people, also known as gypsies, many of whom were reclassified and denationalized in official documents by using descriptors such as white, mulatto, or Negro. These groups are also the ancestors of many Black Americans who have incorporated their knowledge into Hoodoo, but today have no clue that they have this ancestry. So maybe it's time for some of you to look into your ancestry, your ancestors. Learn a little bit more in regards to that. Que han tratado de erase your bloodlines. Your bloodlines. How they want to erase my bloodline. Our bloodlines. The artwork is absolutely beautiful of this deck. It's laid out a little different in comparison to a traditional tarot deck, okay? But the artwork is absolutely beautiful. And the author provides a history of Hoodoo and its complex heritage, including its roots in multiple African and indigenous American ethnic groups, as well as some European influences. So, being versed in that, learning a little bit more in regards to that, amazing. Este libro tiene mucha información, as I said. Cards don't only have pretty pictures, they actually have a lot of history and information in regards to Hoodoo, the culture, the history behind it, the impact of the people. And I kind of wanted to connect con esta energía, todo lo que ha salido. A ver, ¿qué nos sale? And in the back is the Confederate States. An outline, a silhouette of the Confederate States with a key. And lo que está pasando ahorita. De verdad. So, I don't know. I kind of want to, like, reordered. Man, this Temperance is... Father Sins is... It's crazy. To put up. Because I'm tired of sitting down. Tired of sitting down. Alright, let me cleanse the deck. I want to be in porque the heaviness is crazy. But just know that you matter, okay? That you're important. You are loved. You are heavily loved, guided, and protected at all times by your ancestors, by the divine, the Most High, whoever you believe in. Okay? Que estamos entrando un momento that is very confusing, very intense, very, very dark. Very dark. But where there's bad, there's good, right? No todo es así, no todo es negativo, no todo es malo. Not everything's an end. And if this is the divine, our ancestors, Dios, whoever, whatever power, higher power you believe in, is a way of telling us, like, yo, wake up. Endings are coming for a new beginning to begin, like to start. Like, we really have to be on that conscience, like, no, there's no time for that, like, bullshit. What they want to keep us in that loop, keep the collective in a loop. There's no time for that. Who has time for that? Esta gente que tiene la plata, que no les importa. Like, come on. So crazy. I am always calling on our ancestors, guides of the highest love, of the highest good for me, the collective, at all times. Thank you for your divine guidance. Thank you for your divine protection. Thank you for always keeping us safe and removing all negative energies, intentions, evil eyes from our path and for working on our behalf. Truly grateful, truly honored. And listen, make sure you guys call on your ancestors, okay? On your angels, on the divine, and ask them to work on your behalf and on behalf of the collective. 10 of coins, 8 of baskets. Porque estamos en el 2026, okay? We're not back in 1950 where, like, la gente que went through this, their families that have been through it, the persecution that have come out of it, that have learned, like, you know, like, la gente that, la familia, the grandchildren, los hijos, los nietos, los bisnietos, like, la gente ha aprendido, la gente sabe. Okay, we're not back there where we don't know what the hell's going on. But it's very important to use your discernment and make your own judgment on people, on things, on situations. I'm really trying to shuffle them good enough because I looked at the deck and I, like, reordered them. I reordered them, like, I put them in order because I was kind of looking into the artwork prior to, like, shooting this video. So I want to make sure they're, like, well shuffled. And maybe I'll expand on do another reading, but I kind of just want to get an overall, like, energy of what the heck. Okay, ancestors. Divine, una carta, por favor, in regards to what the heck is going on right now with the collective, like, y esta gente. Dang. The Five of Knives in reverse. Look at those knives. Oh my god. And on the bottom, Miss Robinson Funeral Home. Now she has a coin in her mouth. Now again, it's upside down. It's in reverse, right? But look at the blades. And then Miss Robinson Funeral Home. Is this R.I.P.? I don't know. Always take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All this is for entertainment purposes only. Tell me more about this Five of Knives. A mí me toca, I'm going to read what this Five of Knives, what the book says in regards to it. Because the author and they kind of break it down a little bit more in regards to the hoodoo. A little bit more in regards to like they'll mention, you'll see, like las plantas y eso. Can you please tell me more about this Five of Knives in reverse? Ten of Baskets. I think baskets in this deck is water. The cups, I'm sorry. Ten of Cups. So, esta gente acá tratando de impedir, like, to prevent this Ten of Cups, this fulfillment, right? Esto, completion. What did this say? Rebellion, completion, warrior guides, like, it is on, okay? This is exactly what is happening at a collective level. Like, esto es lo que está pasando ahorita. Esto es lo que esta gente está poniendo, están haciendo, los planes que están haciendo to prevent this. Sí, okay. The Ten of Cups. But just know that ancestors are watching. The divine is watching. Alright. Let's read the Five of Knives. Alright, ¿qué fucking dice? Excuse my language. Again, this is all for entertainment purposes only. Cause what the hecky? Two of Knights, Four of Knights, Six of Knives. Oh man. Alright, let's read what it says. Five of Knives in reverse. Five of Knives, plant, corn, silk. The image, a woman shows off a silver coin hidden beneath her tongue. This is called putting a bite in your mouth. It was believed by some root workers that if you had no choice but to lie in court, listen to this. This is what wanted to come out, okay? You would be free of responsibility for lying after swearing on a Bible. Use your own judgment, your own discernment, okay? What messages you're getting from this card, from the situation, the collective energy that I am picking up for you, for the collective, okay? Negative in reverse, it means manipulation, revenge, betrayal, exploitation, one-upmanship, losing face, defeat, rudeness, deceit, troublemakers, conflicts, illegal gains, liars, humiliation, self-sabotage, negative energy, malicious rumors, haters, hidden enemies, hurt feelings, intimidations, and ignoring warnings. So this is what wanted to come out. All right, let's read Ten of Baskets. My goodness. Did you hear the... Oh my god. Alright, 10 of baskets, y'all. The plant is a dandelion. A happy grill master and his family enjoying a barbecue and moonshine infused with dandelion root. Dandelion roots aid with digestion, and they're gonna need it. Positive, so it's upright. Happy family, spiritual contentment, consensus, harmonious relationships, blessings, shared values, friends who never let you down, reunion, stability, soulmates, unity, celebrations with loved ones, and ideal domestic situations. So you can see the contrast of esta energía pesada, pésima, asquerosa que salió in reverse. In freaking reverse. Y yo, all my cards are upright. Alright, one last message. Listen, look at this beautiful family, how united they are. Esta gente, they don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance, but just know that this is a very spiritual warfare, okay? And it's very imperative to use your third eye, balance yourself, whatever that may mean to you, and kind of see the reality of what is and try to do right. Try to freaking do right, yo. Porque karma is a bitch, karma is a thing, ancestors are watching, like, y esta gente, like, come on. Alright, one last message, please. What else do you need the collective to know? Thank you, divine ancestors of the highest love, highest light. All your love, all your support for keeping us safe and protected at all times. One card, please. What else does the collective need to know in regards to... Oh my gosh. Nine of Coins. Oh my gosh. Look at her in her evil eye dress. We literally just did an evil eye. 9 of fucking coins. You bitches. Sorry. You bitches. Sorry, lo que me quiso salir. ¿Qué hago? Literally look at that 9 of coins. How she's just sitting there on her chair with her evil eye dress. She got a martini glass ahí al lado. Her pet, el gato, her cat. Dang, evil eye. Yo, all that negative energy bullshit that you are constantly sending out to the collective is rebuked. Divinely rebuked. Divinely. Because, like, how are you trying to fuck up the plans of the divine? Doesn't make sense. 9 of coins. Let's see what 9 of coins says. This is awesome. A little heavy with this card and what is said, but the 10 of baskets, that rejoice, that happiness, your family, nice barbecue. Esto es posible. Es posible. Es posible. Es posible. Es posible. Okay? Sí se puede. Sí se pudo, sí se puede, ¿cierto? But you gotta stand up for truth. and for what's right. Okay? Alright, 9 of coins. Let's see. Last ¿qué dice? And then I am signing off. It's a little long night. But oh my gosh! You bitches. Sorry. 9 of coins. What a long night. This has been exciting though. I love this. 9 of coins. The plant is the golden seal. Alright. A woman lounges at home with all the trappings of luxury and refinement. The woman knows you're probably jealous of her. The woman knows you're probably jealous of her. So she's done a dress with a pattern that protects her from the evil eye. What are the odds that of so many cards we were going to receive our last message? This is how you know that we are divinely protected and guided by the divine. How does that happen? Okay? How does that happen? So she has done a dress with a pattern that protects her from the evil eye. In case that doesn't work, then she has a Saracena plant nearby, which is said to protect its owner from negative energy. So negative energy is a very real thing. If you are feeling any sort of energy, please do your research, okay? Please do your research and see. You know, I've talked about here and there like things you could do, working on aligning your chakras and stuff like that helps too. Disconnecting, turning into doing things you love to do. But things like this have been used in different cultures to protect one's energy. So it's not stuff people are just making up out of their asses. Like, it's an actual fucking thing. And this is so beautiful that this came out. Positive, self-reliance, well-deserved success, prosperity as a result of hard work, self-employed people, property owners, inheritance, material gains, creature comforts, upscale lifestyles, leisure, time spent alone, luxury, discipline, avoiding the bad part of town, enjoyment of the finer things in life, people society considers classy. I wonder what that means. Because what's considered classy now? No sé. I don't know. And taking the time to relax and whine. Beautiful. We claim this. I claim this for the collective. I claim it for you and yours. If you are here with good intentions and want good intentions for others, I claim this for you. Okay. Let's ring the bell. And wear off all that negative, ugly ass energy. Return it to you and you ugly ass senders. May all your work deteriorate in front of your eyes. All the efforts, all the lies, may it all crumble with the divine's help. Because am I wrong for that? Y no estoy diciendo nada malo, no estoy, pero like, esa es la energía que le están mandando al collective. So, no, we rebuke it. Absolutely. So, oh my gosh, I can't believe this came out. So we are on the right track. If you are needed some sort of confirmation about what collectively is going on, hopefully you found something here. Very interesting. Very interesting. Make one of these. If you have some downtime, set your intentions, make one of these, put them in your house. And yeah, alright guys, I hope this helped. Me va a acostar a dormir. Clean up here and then take it from there. Ciao.